He comes in this morning and he says, "Thanks a lot." And I'm like, "Well, good morning to you too, Stu." He's like, "Well, thanks a lot." And I said, "Thanks for what?" And he said, "For wrecking my weekend."
We didn't even see each other this weekend.
That's what I
yet
said.
You still were able to ruin.
How is that possible? How is that possible?
So I'm on Instagram, taking a moment, going through whatever nonsense is on Instagram, and I see a post from you, and I'm reading your comment, and it's, normally I don't even do that. I mean, I just try to skip as many as I can that you post, but no, I'm reading your comment, and you go through and you echoed a moment I had here on Friday as I was leaving, as your son-in-law, Tim, was sitting here talking to some guy, and I'm walking out and I see Tim, and I'm like, see you later, Tim, have a good weekend. And I realize the person he's sitting next to, the guy he's sitting next to, is your son, Rafe.
Right.
Who looks like he's like 40.
I know.
I mean, he looks like a guy now. Yeah. He's just a guy.
Yeah,
he's not a kid anymore.
Really smart.
Really
smart. I cried the day his voice changed. I've never admitted that to anybody. I never even told my wife. I cried. I'm going to cry again. The day my son's voice changed. He picks up the phone, and it literally happened overnight. He picked up the phone, and he's like, "Hello." And I'm like, "Rafe?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah." And I was like, "What happened to your voice?" He's like, "Right." And he was a man suddenly. Yeah. I mean, it happened over the summer, but there was this one moment where it was fully in, and it blew me away. And I miss my little boy.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's weird.
This is how you ruin people's weekend, is by telling stories like that.
No,
it is because and then you went in the post. So in the post you said, "I'm looking at my son, and he's over there playing." You had a family event of some sort, and you said, and you're swimming.
Yeah, we were swimming with the whole family.
And you said your son looked like a man. I was like, it just echoed exactly my experience leaving here. And then I'm reading, and you say, "I can't stop and think about where my life has gone. What has happened to my life?"
Yeah, where is? I said
where my life had gone, or something like that.
Where has my life gone?
Yeah,
something like that.
And then you said, you spent the last 25 years basically on this unending journey that I've gone on with you.
Yeah.
Where we've spent the last 25 years, researching and talking about issues that we think are important, and all of these different things that seem really, really important until you start thinking about. Your kid is a man.
The kid's a man.
And you've now gone through 25 years, and you're asking yourself, where's my life gone? And one of the advantages of being with you on this entire 25-year journey is that you hit all of these moments a few years before I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always know what's coming in my life because I've seen you go through the same thing at some varying stage. And I just started thinking about that. And, my son turns 10 in less than a month, and I can't even think about it.
I'll be driving before you even know it. I think maybe we get perspective as we get older. That is the thing that we fail to appreciate in our society is the perspective of those who have come before. I remember 20 years ago thinking Rush was blowing off all of the stuff we were talking about. And I was thinking, Rush, you're just wrong. And I remember hearing him say, "We've been through this before." And he had 20 years on me. He had 20 years of perspective on me. And he had seen more than I had. And here we are today where we are in big trouble, but it didn't happen as fast as I thought it was going to happen. It's happening faster now than I thought this would happen, but it didn't happen overnight. And we lose perspective. A hero of mine, a guy who really I didn't know and really affected my life, was Gordon B. Hinckley. And he said at one point, if what you're doing doesn't have eternal consequences, why are you doing it? And that really kind of made me go, crap. A lot. Crap. You know, one of the things politically that I think in America now, so much of what we talk about on this program, and that's the only reason, honestly, why I'm still here, is because what we're talking about does have eternal consequences. It's why I hate politics, because I don't think that does. But what does have eternal consequence is the loss of freedom. That is something that we will be held accountable for, I think. Eternal consequences. Imagine the lives that will be changed if Cuba becomes free. Think of they're killing the artists again. It's amazing because the artists are always the one that lead us into socialist dystopias. And then they're the first to be killed as soon as they go against the state. They're like, whoa, wait a minute, I can't say something against you guys. And then they're the ones that lead out again. Well, they're trying to lead out again in Cuba, and they're being executed. And the things that are going on now in Cuba and the things that our administration is doing to hurt Cuba is they're going to have eternal ramifications. And that's one of the things that I think we can do that is worth our time, is standing up for people who have a chance at freedom. Think of how many people have been lost along the way just in Cuba. Think of the talent, the minds, the music, the horror, all of it that has been lost by the number of individuals killed in China because they wouldn't go along with the state. It's really, truly remarkable. And when you see Cuba, what should we be doing about that, Stu? What should we be doing about that? What should we be doing with our time to be able to help? This is the key, because most of us, I'm in the middle of like 1,000 things and trying to keep, all of them, juggle. Hey, we're going to be in our house in 3 weeks. No. Hey, it's going to be done. We've been remodeling for a year now. It's been a year. It's supposed to be done in like 4 months. But anyway, that's supposed to happen. And so I'm supposedly at the end of that, 4 weeks from now. But it's kept me busy. And every time I see the news, I have to do something on Cuba. Well, what? I have to do something on Venezuela. What? The world is changing quickly. And it is a battle of light and dark. It is a battle of good and evil. It is a battle of life and death. I'm going to show you a story that's coming out of England where you can do something about this. But it'll show you what we're in store for. And there are those who are standing up right now who are brave enough. And they will lead the way in their own country if they have support from us. You've got to keep the Cuba story alive And I'm going to tell you a story today that we told you 3 weeks ago. We said CRT is already in operation in one country. It's the model of CRT. And the country is South Africa. Have you seen South Africa today? It's not the South Africa of 3 weeks ago. The South Africa of today is our future. So what is it? What is it that will last eternally? Well, one of the things is to be able to give your children the understanding that when all of this in the world was happening, mom and dad were busy and they loved me and they took care of me and they were with me, but they had work to do. I remember we had to go do X, Y, and Z because these things in the world were happening. What is your X, Y, and Z? Otherwise, stay home, be with the kids,